we do a test? This is a test. Okay. Hey, good morning. How you doing? How is everybody? Hope you guys had a good holiday, good Christmas, and all that stuff. Didn't drink too much, didn't eat too much. Can't say that for me though, but that's okay. Welcome. We're from rainy Vancouver. It is December 28th. Winding down. Yeah, yeah, a little bit late today. Uh, so winding down the year, starting a new year. I can tell you, yeah. I got to tell you this. I have no qualms in saying fuck off 2024. So a bit of shitty year, but anyway. Okay, we're gonna be back with a few things. Got a couple of questions, but a couple of things that we're gonna go over. It's gonna be a bit of a short one today. I think we're gonna just focus on one thing in particular. Not much to talk about really in the markets because there hasn't been much going on news-wise. So, do you want to jump right in, or do we want to just kind of give them a minute to gather themselves? I like the music, but that's okay. We like that money. Yeah. Good enough for me. Yeah. Okay. It's a notebook. Yeah. Now, it's a great question, and one of the things that I always talk about is preparation and planning, right? And what is the end goal of somebody trading? You need to create a style of trading that suits you, right? You have to go learn all the foundation, all the fundamentals, all that stuff, and experience these different things. But foundationally, how do things work until you create that, you know, that style? So how do you do that? Well, how do we learn? What are the concepts of learning? Right? You have to be aware. You have to have awareness. Right? We have concepts that cognitive understanding. Right? So you don't know what you don't know. You have no idea, right? So you enter the market and you watch a YouTube video and you try and copy it, you try and emulate it, but you'll win money, but you don't know why. And then you'll do exactly the same thing again and then you'll lose and you don't know why. This is where people start. You have to understand why. What is the reason that you won, and what is the reason that you lost? What is the reasoning? And you have to create these, what I call rule sets, boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where the number one, I believe fully in this, the number one thing to get you from A to Z to be successful is the journal. Now, it's not a trading journal.
It's just a
Now,
journal in general.
well, yes and no, because here's the thing. Someone will say to you, you got to create your trading style. You have no idea how to fucking trade. How can you create your trading style? Right? And then they say you got to create a trading journal. You don't even know how to trade. How can you create a trading journal?
Mm-hmm.
This becomes the problem. Is that jargon? Is that, oh, you got to do this? You don't even fucking know how. So this is the fundamental. When I have my students, we start with central banks, economic sort of data, and understanding how strength and weakness of economies affect the currencies, right? But I say to them, you have to have a journal.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? When you learn a concept, you write it down,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when we go to the number one, I have three. I have three pillars,
3 pillars.
right? Macroeconomics, technicals, and then there's you, the individual.
Yes.
You as the individual is the most important. People will say,
I should write that in my journal. 3
well,
pillars. Very important.
yeah, it is. And, we get caught up in the I want to be right shit. Rather, what are you doing this for? Why are you trading?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trading?
Why am I
Isaac?
trading?
Why? Why do you trade?
Make money.
You trade for fun? Ah, hey, you want to make money, right?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate. That's why.
I wanna
Now,
put my money to work.
well, yeah, you want to make money, but the money is for something,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's called your why,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm gonna. Would you like me to give a synopsis of how I would take a client, a student of mine, and how I would take him through the steps of the process to get going?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that okay?
That's
All right,
perfect.
okay. So somebody comes to me and they say, I want to learn how to trade.
Mm-hmm.
My first question is, what's your expectations? I want to know what you expect because I want to replace my income.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you want to trade full time? Well, I want to make as much money as possible. Okay, so you want to, what does that look like? Invariably, I want to make 10,000, 20,000. I want to make 30,000 a month. Okay, good goals. So what's the reality? How much money do you have to start trading? Well, I hear you can start with $500. Now you have first of all, I go back to the first step when they say it's usually 10,000. That's the average. It's been $10,000. And I say, holy shit, you make a lot of money because they say they want to replace their income.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make $10,000. So, holy shit, what kind of job do you have? Do you make $10,000 a month? Oh, no, I don't make that. I mean, yeah, it would be nice, but no, that's what I want to make. I said, but you said you wanted to replace your income. Do work. So let's go there for a second. If you were trading, what did that look like? But invariably, the conversation ends up being, I just want to make an extra $500 a month,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what people want. They want to get out of the shit. They want to, have a bit of a better life. They want to go to more restaurants. They want to buy more clothes. They want to go on a holiday. They want to be a little bit more freer.
Yeah.
Right?
Financial freedom.
Yeah, and I try and say to people, look, this is a process. This is a journey. This is why we have this podcast. The trader's journey.
It's a journey.
A freaking journey. And you cannot do this in a week. You cannot do this in a month. You cannot do this. I am learning constantly. Why? Because the market changes constantly. There's, 5 years ago, there was not a situation with Israel. There was not Ukraine. There was not COVID 10 years ago. Shit changes, right? The social development of everybody woke. We never had any of that. Now it came, and this changes the environment, right? It changes. So people react differently. But Nothing changes in the financial market. It just flows,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have to adapt. And the thing is that I trade way differently now in 2024 or 2025 than I did in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It's different, but the foundation is the same. This is what we have to understand. Foundation is the same. A golf swing, kicking a soccer ball, karate kick, playing a guitar, any musical instrument has foundation, has fundamentals of what you start with. Trading is the same. So I won't get too deep into that, but the first thing is figure out why you're doing it and have a proper expectation. And if you don't have a lot of money, then you've got to figure a way out how to move forward. But let's get back to the most important part is the journal. I want to tell you a story, if I may. Many, many, many years ago, I was just like everybody else, a struggling trader, working really hard. I'm a chef by trade, as you guys know, and I work a lot. And I was just didn't have time to watch a shitload of videos. I didn't have time to, absorb all this stuff. And my trades were going south. I was doing lousy. I was losing money. And basically, one day I lost $14,000, and in a day and a half of trading. And I made a promise to myself: I've got to stop trading, and I got to get help. And I got help, and I had another mentors and coaches and stuff. And I had one particular mentor and coach, and we used to go. A bunch of us used to go. About 5 or 6 of us used to go to his office 3 times a week. And we used to go, if I can remember rightly, we used to go Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. So one Saturday, every time we would get there, he would ask for our journals. You got a journal. You got to write your day. And every day, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. I'll send it to you. I said. This went on for a couple of weeks, well, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And then one day, he says, oh, give me your journal. Oh, no, you'll send it to me, right? I go, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, I forgot. Anyway, cut a long story short, he pulls me aside at the end of the session. This was a Saturday. And he says, look, he said, about this show. I said, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I said, no, shut up. He said, I know you haven't done it. He said, let's stop the bullshit. He said, but just listen to me very carefully. He said, I want you to go home and I want you to start the journal today. And if you come in and you don't bring that journal in on Monday, don't bother coming again. And I went, you're firing me? I'm the client. And he goes, yeah, it's not going to work if you don't follow the process. This is a very important word, process, right? And he said, what's the issue? I said, it's fucking stupid. I don't know what to write. He said, write that. I went, what? He said, just write that. And I couldn't understand. He said, I need you to do it. I said, okay, all right. And I said, why? And he said, because eventually you're going to understand throughout your day how you're feeling, what you have seen, what you have learned, what you're confused about, what you're frustrated about, and you can work on those things. It gives you a picture of, instead of going in blind, you now know, oh, I struggle with it. I don't understand that. Coach, I don't understand what this means. Oh, let me explain, right? And then you practice it, and you write down what happens. Let me go back to my story. So I went, and I wrote my first, this fucking sucks. That's my first entry I wrote in my journal. This fucking sucks. My second day, I don't know what to say. I hate this. That's my second thing. My third thing, oh, fucking miserable day. It's raining outside. Shit, I didn't even look at the market today, right? And I don't know what else to say. And then I kept going. And then one day, it was maybe like 3-4 days later, I wrote this. I wrote something to the effect of this. Holy shit. What a shitty day. No, it was a good day. Holy shit. I saw how those trend lines really, really work when you follow the rules. And then, fuck, as soon as I wrote that, the light bulb went on. Kaboom! Holy shit! I just quantified. I just confirmed. I just created a belief on something that I was taught, something that I saw, and I wrote it down. Because I didn't just write it down. I said, I'm going to definitely use this in my trading. Now, as the years went by, I really enhanced this journal. So if I was to do something like that again, I would take that and I would have a journal on I actually have a Trello board where I have a bunch of stuff where I got
You have a what?
a Trello board. It's a vision board, like a Trello board. It's called Trello.
Okay.
I could show it. And if I'd have known we were going to talk about this, I would have organized it and shown it. I don't know if I can get
So
it.
this is like, you're not using a journal, you're using this Trello board now?
Yeah, and I'll explain why,
Okay.
right? I have an SOP, very specific SOPs, very specific questions I get people, because one of the challenges is you don't know what to write. And I realized that challenge because I had the same problem. So I have a list of questions that one should ask themselves, right? Now, there's more to it than this because there's the daily routine. Now, it's not doing a certain routine daily. It's knowing what you do during the day so you can find the right time to study and learn and trade. You want to bring trading into your lifestyle. You don't want to put your lifestyle into trading. Hopefully you understand the difference.
Right.
So you're busy, but everybody says, oh, I don't have time. Yeah, you do. You don't know it, but you do have time because everybody has 24 hours in the day. Everybody sleeps, everybody does their shit, but why do some people find the time? Why do some people struggle to find the time? They just do. So how to unstruggle? Write down your daily routine. That means you write down when you get up. You write down when you're in the bathroom, right? I'm not saying I went to the bathroom and I shit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying from 7 o'clock to 7:30, I'm in the bathroom. From 8:30, I walk the dog, if you have a dog. Don't walk the dog if you don't have a dog. You get what I mean, right? You write down your day. What do you do from when you wake up to when you go to bed? Now, why is that important? You will start to see the right amount of gaps where you can actually spend time learning this trading and not trying to do it when you get home and you're tired and your wife or your girlfriend's trying to make dinner and trying to talk to you. You say, I'm busy, I'm trying to listen to this video. Stop talking to me. Right? We don't want to do that. Right? It creates friction.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're trying to do it in a hurry and all this kind of shit. Right? So we have that on the Trello board. This is my routine. If your routine changes, you change the routine. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Right? And then you have your daily journal. So, daily journal. Did you follow your routine today? Yes. Did you look at the market today? Yes. Did you trade today? No. Did you learn anything today? Yes. What did you learn? I learned about this. Do you understand it? Kind of. Give an example. I'm prepping you to write this shit down. Why? Because when you look at something and you learn something, you go away, you forget 80% of it. When you write it down and then you read it back to you, you retain more information. But it's not only that. When you struggle and you have a struggle, you write it down. And then you read it.
I'm gonna look online, search for any. Maybe there's already like a pre-made. I went to Indigo. Indigo.
Yeah.
And they have like these agendas, very pre-made with a lot of things like set for your goals. Maybe there's one for trading, like with those questions every page that maybe encourage you to do more. I'll check.
There's probably a bunch. You don't think I've looked?
Yeah.
Of course I looked. I have actually 2 trading journals from a guy that made a trading journal, and it was good. It was a good trading journal.
But not really necessarily. Mine is just a blank paper. This is like.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a blank paper. It's not what it's not what you use. It's how you use it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not.
I use it. Yeah, I use the Trello board for a reason. The reason I use the Trello board is because it's on your computer. And when you see something right away, you can add it to the Trello board immediately without writing it on a piece of paper and then get to it later. That's why I like it. And it gives everything together. it actually provides all the information in one place rather than different places. That's why I like it. And I'm actually trying to find it right now for everybody because I want to show it.
Sure.
And the thing is it may seem very kind of daunting in one way, but here's the problem, right? It's okay. Hold on, I'm having trouble here. Hold on, let me log in here. It's not letting me do it. Why is that not letting me do it? Okay, log in. This is what happens when you don't prep me from the beginning. I'm gonna blame you.
It's okay.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Come on. I like to joke. But let me. I just want to say this: the daily journal is okay. It's still not. Why is that doing that?
Now,
Okay,
I'll
have to look at it later.
In my journal, am I supposed to write my rules? Is this like
No, your rules will see. Here's the thing: the rules are separate because you need to create your rules, your own rules. The journal helps you with the rules. Why? Let me explain. So let's say you have the trading journal, right? What is a trading journal? It's how you place your trades. So you will recognize a trade. You will say, I'm trading here, and I waited for this, and I entered at this price. I had a stop loss at this price, and I had a target at this price, right?
This is my journal.
Does that make sense? No. This is the trading journal.
Yeah, okay. Trading journal.
This is journaling your trades.
But you're saying the journal should be for your everyday, or do you think we should keep it separate?
No,
separate things?
Listen to my words.
Okay.
Trading journal, daily journal.
Okay.
Trading journal, daily journal. The daily journal is the one you use every day and you write what you learned, what you saw, what happened, how you felt. That's the all-round thing. But it's very powerful when you put it together with the trading journal and your trading style sheet that you're developing over time.
Okay.
Right? At the end of this, because I can't find it, I will provide a link. Or maybe I'll make it a little bit, I don't know. What? I may be able to find it. I may be able to, now I need to show you guys because it's like you're wondering what the hell is he talking about, right? And it's like if I could show you, and I'm on a different computer, that's why I'm having a hard time finding it.
Oh, yikes.
And I can't, anyway, just give me a second. I might be able to find a picture of it, which might help, right? This help. But let me explain what's creating. When you enter a trade, what a lot of people do, they end up just leaving it, and they don't manage it, and they don't look at it later and say what happens. Well, what's the point of doing it if you don't do that? It makes no sense, right?
I've done it. Yeah.
So it's like you're using it for a reason so you can see what you've achieved and what happened. Did that work for you? Did it work what you did? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So you take the trading journal. Let's say you did a simple trade from support, broke a trend line, and your target was 60 pips away. Your stop loss was 30 pips, but it came down, broke the trend line, and then it kept going and it stopped you out, right? So now you have to say to yourself, well, what did I do wrong? Because you're probably thinking you did something wrong, right? So you write that down in your daily journal. You go, I did this, and this happened. I don't know why. I have to watch this again. So then you follow the same process. What if it happens again? And you go, what am I doing wrong? Now you need to say, okay, I need to look at how I'm doing it. I need to ask for help. I need to see if somebody can help me with what I'm doing wrong, right? Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're getting shitty results, not working for you, right?
Yep.
But
something wrong.
The daily journal is helping you. It's going to recognize what you have done. And then you can say on the daily journal, I spoke to my buddy, or I searched this, and I watched this YouTube video, and they said this and this, so I'm going to try it. And you try it, and it worked. And you went, oh, this worked better. I'm going to try that now. So you try that now. And you keep doing that. And then you enhance it and you make it better. Hopefully you're understanding all this. Hopefully this makes sense. But I cannot find this flipping picture thing. And I'm getting frustrated now because I want to show it. Because this will make your trading so much better. Oh, actually, I got screwed. Let me look at this here. No. Now, you know what? You know what? I think I am going to provide it in the link when this goes up. We're going to provide a link in the description of this finished podcast.
We can also show it on the next podcast as well.
Well, I don't want people to wait. That's not fair.
But maybe we'll have to go over the journal again because I don't know if I'll do it correctly. I don't know. Maybe I'll have more questions the next week about the journal. I'm just starting it, and now I'm a bit confused because I thought it was only one thing, and now you're saying it's daily journal and the trading journal.
Well, that's what I do.
And then the trading, and then these two things will eventually define my rules of journal, of my rules for trading.
Yes, because you'll start seeing, hey, I read
rule book.
Yeah, no, 100%. You'll look at it and say, oh, I love trading to the previous high. I don't want to have a drawdown. I'm going to just trade to the main high on the 4 hour. And you write that down. And you'll write down, I'm not entering until I see this. And this is what I mean by your rules. Like, I trade Fibonacci. I'm not saying you're going to make a rule saying, I'm not going to trade Fibonacci. Everybody should trade Fibonacci. I think it's the greatest way to trade. But you can have different rules added to your Fibonacci that I have, right? Because it's all about how do you feel mentally. It's a mental game, guys. It's mental. So when you look at something and you say, okay, I want to do something, and I followed these rules, but it's driving me crazy, and so you add something that protects you. Does that make sense? Yes?
Like
no?
You adapt your rules?
Yes. You adapt because, okay, why doesn't everybody trade the same way? Why? Why don't they?
Different styles.
Why is there different styles?
Personalities, different...
There you go. Now you're getting it. Yeah, absolutely. So if it's different personalities, different processes in their mind, different perceptions, right? They're trading how they're comfortable. Yes?
Yes.
Right. So let's look at a simple support and resistance. I trade support and resistance different from most people. Right? Because I know, here's an example here. I don't know if anybody can see my chart. Can you see my chart?
No, have to press the share the screen.
That is true. Yes. let's do that. Share my screen. Okay. All right.
Okay, now
Can we see it?
Yeah, we can see.
All right. I'm going to go back. So, would we agree that this here? Oh my God! What's happened to my? Something wrong with my mouse here. Right.
Okay, this is resistance.
Right.
Yes.
That is resistance, right? Okay. Now, what happens is this market would come up here, and what does everybody tell you? When it gets here, we sell, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
You buy there.
Because, no, I don't do anything.
Okay.
See this high right here?
Yeah.
And this low right here?
It's a lower high.
This is a range here. Like, see this high?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Right?
Can see.
Right. So we know the market has hit here and hit here. It hasn't gone there. But what if this goes here? We think, oh, this is really good. But it could go further. It could break out. You don't know. Just because it did it before doesn't mean to say it's going to do it again. So have you heard of this? You need to confirm what you're seeing. I like confirmation. And I'll explain my confirmation very easily right here. Look what happened here. It came down, then it went back up. And then it came back down and went back up, right? Look at it here. It didn't reach it, came back down. It went back up here. You see this body low, open, close right here, right? Right? That's my confirmation. I want a candle to close below that. And it finally did on this one right here. It closed. Now I want my retracement. You know what is my rule on retracement? You've heard me say it with candles all the time. What do I say?
The closing?
No, once see this 50, breakout right here.
The
50%.
But I think you didn't mention it here. You kind of mentioned it to me like some days, but I don't really know what's the rule. What's the
All right, I'm gonna go over that in a second.
Yes.
So here's the level I want to close under. I closed under with this candle right here. Now I want the next candle to go 50. It went actually even further than 50%, but just bear, I'm not in the market yet. Once this goes 50% this candle, I place a sell right on my low right here. Right on the low. Right on this low right here. I also have a beautiful pin bar too, because that's a bonus. That's where I get in, this red line right here. So now I'm in the market.
And the three previous candles were like the indicators of your trade.
Well, they are the first part of it. First of all, I'm at resistance. Second of all, I had a retracement back. But I still don't know. It could go up.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
Right.
The next candle, look, it went up and it got rejected. What if I was in this trade here? It may be scary, right? It may not happen, right? So it's like, I wait. I just be patient. Now I got what I got, and then I got this beautiful pin bar, so this is a good, and now I'm in. And where's my stop loss? Right above here. Right, this pin bar, right above this pin bar, right here. So I can adjust this. This is my stop loss. This is my entry. And where would my target? That's another story. We're not going to go over that now. I'm basically just showing you what I do at a resistance. And a resistance is a level, right? Right. This is what I look for. I look for levels. I want to ask you, is this a level?
Yeah, this is a support.
Yeah, right. It's a level, right? Yeah, right. What have I got before it? Right. We got a whole bunch of stuff here. Look at this stuff here. Yeah. So it's like, this is only a 15-minute, by the way. I don't really trade for it. Here we go. Here's a level right here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. We don't do anything when we're in here. This is called, between these two red lines, this is called the barroom brawl area. I love that saying. This is from an Australian trader. I can't remember his name. Brad something. He was great. And he used to call it the barroom brawl area. And I loved it. And it's a fight between the bulls and the bears. And you can see this rejection. Crash out, rejection, right? Rejection. Didn't make it, rejection. So the high probability is it's going to come here and go back up, right?
Yeah.
But what if it goes down to this level? What about if it breaks that low? What if it comes down to test this low? Because what does the market do? Right?
Test the limits.
Yeah. So if you're a bull and you're buying, you're going after previous highs. If you're a seller and you're bearish, you're going after lower lows. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, yeah.
So you don't want to, you want to trade safe.
Yeah.
So if I'm here, I'm waiting. Where do I want to be? Well, look at this low right here. Now, we don't have anything right now, but I want to pretend this area is here, okay? So this area that I'm looking at is this here. Right? Okay? We're just use it as an example.
Yeah.
I want to show you, right? So this candle would come down here, and you see the high right here? Once this high is broken, right? I want a 50% retracement. I didn't get it here, but I got it on the next two.
What would be the 50% retracement on this second green candle? That the candle,
right, this one right here. Because this is the high. This is the trigger of the trade.
Yeah.
The candle is broken above that high,
Right. This is
right?
yeah. But how about the next one? The next candle doesn't get the
This one right here.
Yeah.
This one right here. Well, we want it to retrace 50% of this original candle right here,
But
this green one.
it didn't do, right? So it's not a good
Exactly.
indicator.
No, it's not about that it's not a good indicator. It's just not the right timing.
Not the right.
So we're not in the trade right now. But this candle made the 50%, did it not?
Yep.
Right? It closed, but it closed up here, right? Now we put the pending buy on this high here. This comes all the way down here, comes here, and now we're waiting. Now, if I'd have entered this, right, and I don't typically enter on a 15-minute, but it doesn't matter. I would be waiting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still not in it. But if I'm in it, I'm in it, and I'm going nowhere. There's no money being made. It's got maybe a few dollars, and then it's come back, and this is very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you combine trend lines with this and all kinds of other stuff. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just trying to show you one concept. But the trading journal, when you learn these concepts, when you write them down and you set these rules, you say, like, here's an example. Say, hey, I want to look for a pin bar. A pin bar is a great candle. It's a rejection candle. It's really, really good, right? So when I enter a trade, I want a pin bar at support or at a trend line. Great. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So you look at this pin bar right here. Then you got, it's like I don't know, it's an indecision candle, really, not really anything. But then the next candle, boom. This was your 50% test, and boom, right? So you use, the idea is using the daily journal to confirm what you're learning and to underline what you're missing so you can learn and add it to create your style of trading, which means you're creating your rules. That you're not trading blind.
Sounds good. Yeah. So I think that will be one of my goals for next year. Start writing everything down, and I think I also need to start writing the technicals, like my study guide, because there's so many concepts that I still need to learn, like not saying support resistance, but there's a lot more than support resistance. I don't know how that will also affect my journal and my bias, my trading style, but I guess I'll figure it out.
There's a lot more than support and resistance.
Yeah, no. I mean,
well,
this is how I see it. When I go on YouTube and I check and I watch people watching charts, they start drawing so many things that sometimes I don't know. All I see is support and resistance. But
yeah, I mean, there's patterns, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's patterns.
The chart creates patterns. And that's what we have. That's price action. Price action is the creation of a recognized pattern over time. And people talk about price action. Follow the price. If you look at that chart there, you can clearly see there's a pattern there, right? And we can add to this by simply doing this. Watch this, right? Have I not defined a direction? Right, that's going down, right?
Yeah, it seems.
Now I'm going to do something else, right? What is the market consistently made of? Look at this. I want to show you this, right?
Yep.
So we have a low, right?
Yeah.
A low to high, a test, extension. Boom. A low to high, a test, an extension, a new test, an expansion. This is what is called a swing.
Yep.
This is what I trade. I look for swings. I look for a simple swing. And this is an upswing. The swing is the king. So this is a low to a high, a retracement, which is a higher low, and then an extension, which is technically a higher high. That's what I trade. What are my rules with this style? I require a minimum 4 candles in this low to high or high to low, whichever way you're doing. This is obviously an up bullish swing.
Mm-hmm.
So I require 4 candles here. That's a rule.
Mm-hmm.
What do I require in the retracement? Minimum 3 candles. What do I require in the extension to hit my target? How is my target determined? This retracement determines my target.
Now the retracement also determines your entry. The 3 candles determine your entry.
Not necessarily my entry, but it determines where my target is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It does have a bearing on my entry.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: why don't we go from A to Z? Would you like me to go from A to Z?
I think we would love to go to A to Z, but however, right now we are 43 minutes in.
Okay. First of all, I think this to me is how I trade.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going here, I have my first initial swing. Look,
yes.
Now this is on a 15-minute. I don't trade 15 minutes. Doesn't really matter.
Right.
I usually do 4 hour, 1 hour. Right? And I've got my total candles.
Mm-hmm.
Made a low.
Yeah.
It retraced, came back down, retraced back up again, and come back down.
Yeah.
So now I'm going up because look, it has a low to a high, a retracement. I'm expecting it to go back up. Why? Because I'm down by resistance.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I'm above this line right here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to buy.
Mm-hmm.
But am I looking to buy now? No. I'm looking to buy if I break this trend line.
Mm-hmm.
See how I establish rules? And I want to buy above a high. So there's my line. I want to break this trend line and I want to break this red line.
Mm-hmm.
If I break that, then I have this swing here. Watch this swing.
But if it breaks, you would wait for 3 candles as a confirmation that it broke, or you would look for just the first breakout?
Kind of a good question. Now we're entering, this is the swing here. Now, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had a candle broke this trend line and this red line,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right here. Here's your
Yeah.
candle. Look at that beautiful candle I did.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in yellow. You can't see it. Okay, let's do it in blue.
Okay. Good candle.
Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It closed above both lines.
Yeah.
The next candle will open right here. I want it to retrace 50% of this candle or to the backside of the trend line. Can do either or.
Okay.
So-
can you show me again as a fake candle?
Okay, here's the breakout candle,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to measure 50% of this candle. I'm going to use my Fibonacci tool.
But doesn't matter if it's either side, right? Like can be 50% up, 50% down.
Well, 50% is in the middle, right? So it doesn't matter.
But I mean,
So-
if it's green or red, I mean.
No, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be, we're buying right now, right?
Okay.
So this is an up candle, so it's going to be a green one
Okay. Yes.
because it's a breakout candle, so it's breaking in the right direction. So here's the 50% of that candle. Right? The next candle is going to open right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll open and it could go up a little bit, but I'm not going to do anything until it comes and it hits here. Right? When it hits that line right there, I go and I place a pending buy right here.
For the third
So I'm
candle.
not in the trade
Yeah,
right now.
right,
This
right.
could come back up and get me in,
Uh-huh.
right? But I wait for this. This is what I wait for.
Uh-huh.
And once that is achieved, I put in a pending. Now the stop loss and all that stuff, that's extra stuff. We can worry about that later. But that's me getting into a trade. But I want you to see what I'm doing here. Look, this is a swing. And I'm trading where? To that level right there. Because that is a resistance level. and it could also be, I'm just taking out my high here, I'm taking out this high here, and and this is a swing. Look, low to high, retracement, extension. That's it. There is also, there's other things too. There's other things. I won't go
Yeah,
confused. I just
yeah.
want to keep
We'll
it simple.
we'll go over it on the next ones. I think I don't know if you have anything else to that you want to talk about. I think this is a good time. Almost 50 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's enough. There isn't, next week is next week. There's still not much trading going on. We've obviously got, people wondering if we're going to get a Santa rally. Is that going to happen? I don't know. If it happens, it's going to be next week. We do have concerns in Japan. Poor old yen is getting really, really weak. We have to watch out for usually Christmas time, New Year time. The yen gets strong. They interfere I don't say interfere, but they get involved and do what they need to do, and that could happen. So we can look at that next time, or we can look at that stuff. But there it is. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try and get stuff a little better organized for next week. I'll show you the Trello board. I'll show you some of the questions, and I might convince Isaac to put a link there to show it
Sounds
when
good.
he's
Yeah.
loaded this.
We'll
We'll
put it
discuss
there.
that later. But in the meantime, have a good week, guys. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you next Saturday.
All right, Ashley. See you.
Take care. Peace.